Rockies just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Denver Broncos. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Play action. Here's Willis. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Here we go.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. We can look at this Bronco defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. Off the play fake. Nix. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
At the Dolphins' 39-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. There was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing Nix. That is caught. He's got the first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. it's good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 74 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Dickert. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
So from the 37, here's second down and 8. Here's Nix. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. The Broncos at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now it's Nix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. When you look at this defense, they're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he you going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Now Willis to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Now Willis. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
16 yards. That's good for the Dolphins. First down. First and 10 at the 46.
These two teams all tied after one. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now Willis.
Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they battled through some rough patches this season. So now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Second and 6 now from the 24. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a second and 6.
3, 3. Warriors 17. 19 Lions.
Back to throw, Willis. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Let's go. 19, 18. 65, 18, Pioneer.
Willis from the gun on third down. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something that was built on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. Escapes the defender. He's on his way. And all the way home, the Broncos score. James Cook with his 17th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Rutt's good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
19 tight, 19 tight, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Willis looks to pass it here. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Willis. target. That's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line.
19 Lions.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ready? 65, Mustang 19. 18, 79 Broncos. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Back to throw, Willis.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Right back to the air with Willis.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Let's go. 19 strike. 19 Charger. 19 Charger. 70 Rangers. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready?
Willis out of the gun.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook.
And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nix to the air.
He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. To throw, here's Nix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's a quick throw out to Mims. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Cook. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 135 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. That's brought in downfield by London. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Drake London, 37 yards. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going in.
Panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Here we go. Start. Trap 60. Trap 60.
The shotgun snap to Willis. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's good.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Miami.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
Willis will look to throw it. He's going to air one out. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
Now Willis to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver.
19 tight. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Dragon 6. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Again, it's Willis to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way home for a Broncos score. James Cook, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. As his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right around the 29. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Complete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Mustang 19. Go.
Willis. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 57 yards. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And they're on 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Get it. 65, 19, Charger, 19, Charger. Go, go, go.
Up the middle, H.A. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
From the 29, here's second down and 7.
60 Maverick. Ready? 19 Charger, 19.
To throw, here's Willis.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
60 Eagles.
On the handoff, it's Achane.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. A gain of 3, second down.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
To throw, here's Willis. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
60 Eagles. 60.
Here's Willis. That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Warrior 70. Ready.
Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless and take care of the ball on the way out.
It's a gain of
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Left side, Cook.
And he'll get this to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A
a 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. What's good on the extra point? And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Breaks through the contact. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do.
Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now Willis to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play. And it'll bring up a second-and-goal. Line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Let's go.
They'll give this to Achane. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Okay, ready?
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Here we go. Go.
Shotgun snap to Willis. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Let go.
Willis will try and throw for this. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That's good for a Broncos. First down. 1st and 10.
Here's Nix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marvin Mims, 30 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from going up by 30. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Cowboy 80, Buffalo 18. Rig alert, rig alert. Cover. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Now Willis. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got Jordan complete right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions.
Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going. It's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
63, Dolphins 26.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Let's go now.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now Willis.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Drop 60, drop 60.
Back to throw, Willis. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
That's caught inside the 20.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Willis wants to pass it again.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Willis to try and throw for it.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball.